Okay, for this video, we're gonna talk about a a funny topic. How to toss a job interview. So, my first trick I'm gonna give you is you just be really you just be too casual, okay? You like literally walk in there. I make jokes like, hey, some people just call me John Wick, or thanks to a fan on here, I can say Trent Reznor. It's really hard for me to sign that though, versus like John Wick. So John Wick's like a lot easier. Like if I have to like sign something, but versus Reznor, I have to like figure out how to like spell that each time, and my handwriting just sucks, especially like when you electronically sign stuff. Okay, so we got that one. Just be too casual. Another one is say you're looking like at a job at a university, because there's sometimes where people need to like toss job interviews, say like you got laid off from your job and it's gonna be a while till like you get a really good one again. So like this is where that would come in handy. But anyway, say like a university, there's always going to be a panel. There's always going to be like 5 or 6 people interviewing you, and they always interview every candidate. So like say you get in there and you're like, no experience on everything. Every question they ask you, no experience, never done it. You know what I mean? Even try just going for jobs that you've never done, that you're not even qualified to do. Yeah, there was one job where it was like they paid like $6 an hour for this AmeriCorps thing, and I could have declined it, right? Like legally, you could have declined it, but what I ended up doing was the guy was just kind of a jerk when I got in there right away. So I just started being confrontational, just arguing with him the entire time. And it just worked, We just shot like passive aggressive comments back to each other and stuff. I mean, he started out by insulting like the military. I was like, well, I was in the Marine Corps and stuff. He's like, oh, you must have had to talk really slow to everyone. And I was like, what a funny guy. Just right away, just hammered that right in there. And then from there, he was like, you do research too before you go into job interviews. This guy was working on some kind of crypto coin. I was like, oh yeah, then they got some idiot working on this like fucking crypto thing. He's like, that's my project. I'm like, yeah, exactly. And like they got this idiot like working on this, this and the other. And you do that, and then say when I was like interviewed for the cop job, I didn't even make it to the interview. I thought I was gonna have to toss it there, but what I ended up doing was I just ran really slow because I had COVID, and it actually worked great. That actually got me out of that one. The this was shit. There was a God. There's so many of them. Okay. There was this one. I was like, it was like for a mine. It was just spraying out mine truck, like coal cars for mine trucks. An easy job, like anyone could do that. And if you're ever gonna work in a mine, that's like a job. That's a good gateway job for a mine. I straight up was like, okay, so the BAC level, the BAC limit is 0.08. What BAC can I roll into the mine with? Because we know they all do breathalyzers there still. The guy's like, that's something you do on your own personal time. I said, no, I really need to know. What is the BAC level to get on a gold mine right now? Oh my God. These are all ways you can make sure that if you need to stay on unemployment or anything else, you can do that. Like, let's say another one. Oh yeah, back to the university one. So I was sitting there at the university, and we literally cleared through, the guy straight up was like, was like, we can find a better qualified candidate or whatever. Shit. It was so funny. I was like walking out. The next interviewer was walking in, and literally, I like coached them on how to pass the job interview. And I was literally like, young woman, you have a lot of like blank, 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 blank. Just work on getting in there, getting it done. Oh, I'm just stepping out to the bathroom. I'll be right back in. I pretended like I was on the panel of the interview. I was literally coaching someone how to get that fucking job and like in. You know what I mean? It was, oh my God. Those are some funny ways on how to toss a job interview. And you can mix and match them all you want. Trying to think. There's got to be something else. There has to be something else. I can't think. Those are my few funniest stories for how to toss a job interview.